Hey y'all, test. Hello. Alright, looks like we're good. Alright, I'm just waiting for one more player. Hopefully that way it won't take too long. Yeah, figured I'd kick the stream off here. And hope we get a game shortly. Get into the draft. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a game pretty shortly. The overall standings, I'm up to fifth. Not that I've actually played a bunch. Basically, what happened recently was Econ, Sean, and RageNet, and those are just slightly below us, whereas for a little while they were right above us. Valchan's also back up there. Lumen and Silent have been up at the top for a while. I don't really know much else. Zizak, obviously, early this season had made it way up into the 1800s, but has been struggling. Master of War was up there for a while, too, I thought. His normal rating's certainly up there, but it's just tough. It's just tough to. There's a lot of strong players, so it's tough to get there. Oh, yeah, Master of War hasn't played a lot, but is very good. But he mostly plays some async games. I faced him in an async game or two. Maybe he wasn't as high up there as I thought though. Maybe it was regular elo that he got way up there, and his arena hasn't been that high. But regardless, yeah. Still sitting at this table with Gujawan and Het Spellin Monster, which doesn't look like the highest rated player. Nope. But oh well. We'll see what we get. Hopefully, again, a game pretty soon. Silent still has a ton of async games coming in. Valchan also has a crazy number of async games. I mean the season is still very much up for grabs. Oh yeah, Silent is still having games kick off as like he just keeps joining the Q2. So like there's a ton of uncertainty still with how this season's actually going to resolve. Um, I don't really know what my goal is this season anymore. I mean, top winning would be cool, but it does look like somebody's gonna win this season again with like a 1850, and I'm not sure I'm gonna make it there or not. But who knows? I guess. Give it some time. Might have got a little too excited about starting the stream up, but it does help. Starting it early is nice. Starting it up early is nice because if I do get a game, then we can actually watch the draft. But now the queue is saying 2, which is a bad sign that somebody left. Bad sign that somebody left. Oh no, okay. I just dropped into the other color. So there's some other table out there where I'm only at 2, but there are still 3 of us hanging out. If anybody out there wants to join, you can pop in. Boom. Make things happen. Otherwise, hopefully there'll be a game pretty shortly. For those who are unaware, Board Game Geek has runs a Geek Madness every year, which is kind of like just a bunch of series of polls voting for the top game. Play Agricola, I missed it anyway. Play Agricola would have been reasonable, but I have already missed it. But for those that don't know, yeah, Board Game Geek, there's Geek Madness. They kind of just do a series of polls, voting for the top, just voting for a top game. It's a good silly exercise. If you want, you can also submit a predictions bracket, which is good fun. So I'm helping out with that a little bit again this year. But so basically, there's a lot of polls. Vote for the game you like best. We'll see where it all winds up. It just opened up earlier today, and some of the contests are closer than I think, and then some of them are way further away from what I would think. But that's how Board Game Geek works. There's a lot of people that do not share my opinion on games, so. Yeah, I don't know. We're just being pretty boring. Oh, finally a game. I was gonna say we were being pretty boring, but we have a game. It looks very much like it's essentially Gujawan versus me. The other players could be important, but I do not have things how I want them. There we go. We're fourth seat, and unfortunately, the weak players are right after us, and they're in front of Gujawan instead. So that's not ideal. Infinite Gesture hasn't played very much. This player is quite weak. So not the seeding order we wanted. My resolution seems worse than normal. Interesting. That's not ideal. I will look into that in a sec. Aquwise, I see a collector. This is probably just take collector. Butter churn could also be a lot of passive food, although you can already get a lot of food off collector, but it's probably just take those cards. The only other thing you take here is like Bellfounder or Water Worker, and you hope for crazy combos. But I'll just take collector and butter churn. Yeah, we'll see what else happens. I'm a little not sure about collector here or not. We'll find out. Again, it's a little tough when you have. This is just a tough game where like Gujawan's pretty good, and these two players are not, and so presumably there's going to be a ton of extra value being left on the board every round, and I probably don't want to like do 2-room collector things, even though that is like a pretty solid way to get 50. But we'll see. It's way too early in the draft to know for sure what I want to do, and collector can still just be crazy flexible in a lot of ways. It's not like you have to fence early and set up breeding pairs early, etc., etc. It gives us good options. And I do just love butter churn. I think butter churn's very good. A wood to a point and a bunch of food is like quite nice. I think one of the better ways to set up a good food engine in this set is to just um, have breeding animals going. Here we see cultivator, we see plow driver with a scholar, we see education bonus scholar. Moldboard plow is reasonably good. Shifting cultivation's reasonably good. Like, there's a lot of good stuff here. This is wild. Like, plow driver's fairly tempting. I love me a plow driver game. The bigger issue is, can I really do collector plus plow driver? And will I ever wheel scholar or cultivator? There's really no reason I should ever get scholar back here, especially because like purple should just de-draft it. But if I get scholar back, scholar plow driver on its own is like crazy strong. But it could be better to just take cultivator here. Like cultivator with moldboard plow is like perfectly defensible. Hmm. Truffle slicer is always like an interesting thought when you're doing collector stuff too, but I've never found it to actually work that well. Cultivator is like just going like cultivator moldboard plow is more going along the lines of like we can continue to make anything good, whereas scholar plow driver potentially has a lot of upside. But I think I'm gonna take these cards and just claim that it's better to just stay flexible with the rest of my draft. Chimney sweep is always welcome. Field fences. Field fences is is like, oh, it's actually the opposite here though, right? Field fences is not that good because I'm probably not plowing first. I'm probably trying to fence first into collector stuff, but God, field fences is good. Do I just plow? Just don't do early collector. Just plow. Just do normal room stuff. Just do normal room stuff. Do cultivator. Do double plows off moldboard. Then do field fences, and then collect later if we want to. Yeah, that seems very justifiable. Then Chimney Sweep has to be the pick. Chimney Sweep's very good. The rest of these cards are, I mean, Clay Hut Builder could be okay-ish, Schnapps could be okay-ish, but Chimney Sweep's often very good. It's like 2 stone, 2 points. So, and point ceiling, like it helps increase point ceiling. It's points I can't get other ways necessarily, and getting points other ways here is very good if I actually wind up doing collector things. Also, depending on how weak these players actually are, it probably is going to be better to just plan to push growth early and then figure out things later. You think all-in collector is super dangerous to two weaker players? Yeah, I think so too. The more I'm thinking about it, I think it's probably better just to like push for like 4 rooms and then catch up afterwards, right? Okay, so here, bean field, chicken coop, sculpture are all like fine. Master builder is probably not gonna work, but it'd be fun to get a 6 room stone house going. But I have no room discounters, so I have to assume the other players are very weak, and I'm gonna get rewarded with like giant resource stacks and crazy tempo, which sounds, I don't know. I'm tempted to just take Domestician Expert. I love Domestician Expert with butter churn, setting up easy early breeding food. Stockman is okay sometimes, but I'm not, like, it's hard to know I'm going to build stables this game. I'm not that interested in Market Crier. I think I probably am still going to collect at some point this game. Clay Carrier is okay, but I don't have a big reason to want that much clay, so it's really Master Builder or Domestician. I'm a pretty big fan of Domestician, though. Especially if sheep flip at all early, and I can just get an early pair of breeding sheep into my home with butter churn. And then it's probably just take Beanfield. Paying a food for a point is good. Sculpture is harder to get the points out of. Chicken coop's kind of expensive, and I probably can find food elsewhere. Oh, I forgot Stable Master might come back. Stable Master's kind of quasi a better domestician expert, but well, actually, Stable Master plus Domestician gives really funky collector lines. Maybe it's too many actions, but God, you could breed cows and sheep without ever fencing. I don't even know if that's good, but it's kind of hilarious to think about. I mean, I don't know what else I'd take here, so I think Stable Master's totally fine. Um, I could use it in stage 3. Just do early Domestician and Stable Master stuff, and then just do Collector without having to have fully fenced yet. I think I agree with you. I think I agree that that sounds pretty good. Um, Not a big fan of Private Forest. I think it's going to create awkward food tempo. I guess Wildlife Reserve would further allow me to like delay fencing, but am I supposed to delay fencing that long? But maybe. Maybe actually. I mean, the rest of these miners are not particularly good. And so maybe Wildlife Reserve's okay. You would just cut Private Forest. That's probably defensible too, otherwise. You just prefer not going last, and somebody, like, it's very likely weak players will play it. That part's reasonable. I don't usually cut things because I don't usually care, but meh. We do not get Scholar or Plow Driver back, so all of that's gone. Woodfield is fine. It's a point or a food to a point again. Shifting cultivation's okay-ish, but with cultivator plus mold board, I don't really think I need extra plow help. Like, if anything, I just want to take a late plow sow action. So this probably is just Woodfield. Another food to a point thing's fine. And then Aquawise, I'm not playing any of this stuff, but I guess I'm playing Millwright for a grain before I'm ever playing these other cards. Um, Alright, and here I'm not a big fan of Mantelpiece. I don't anticipate Mantelpiece working well. Sheepwell is totally fine, extra point ceiling stuff. Highly unlikely I'm cube cutting, but also extra point ceiling over bean counter. You think shifting cultivation is probably better because it's just one food for a point and two wood. Um, yeah, I guess that's a fair argument. With cultivated hand, shifting cultivation is still pretty good, but nah, this is fine. Red's gonna start the game by Akin. That's pretty typical. Bonehead, that looks like a first pick. Bonehead, that's fine. I can fence tight this game. 6 fields are good. That part's also true. Yeah, that's true. As usual, weak players need to rush out occupations above all else. I don't agree with that, obviously, but there are worse things than me just taking 3 wood here. Wow, Crix, thanks so much. You don't think it'll last? Yeah, what's this kid stuff doing to you, buddy? Thanks so much. I really do appreciate your continued support. It's crazy. 14 months is also crazy. I don't. It doesn't even feel like I've been streaming that long. Little sad that I can't read Stone Food here. I would have gladly taken read Stone Food, but we just take what we're offered. Um, we take what we're offered. Lootnist coming out is completely. I don't care. Lootnist is a terrible card, so whatever. On the wheel here, I might start player. I might day laborer. Like starting with the butter churn is probably okay. It's not. Oh, Red's just gonna upstart player because of Bonehead. Charming. Yeah, I'm just gonna play supply boat. Okay. Well, yeah, we're just gonna take what we get early, and that's okay. That's all we can do. All we can do, just roll with what's happening. I'm gonna take, yeah, day labor, 2 wood or 2 clay. I don't want plow. Cultivator and moldboard means that I don't need to be plowing. I can't plow anyhow, so there we go. Yeah, 2 wood or 2 clay probably then. I still don't actually hate day labor, but okay, yeah. Do I want to take 2 clay is the question. I mean, the problem with 2 clay is that I do want a fireplace, but without seeing sheep or major yet, I probably just day labor here. It's really unclear to me that 2 clay is actually going to pay off here for me, and long term I just want a hearth anyhow. Now, I mean, somebody's going to get 4 clay next round, so they could just hearth, but hey, maybe I get 4 clay. I don't know. I think it's okay. I think this is okay. No sheep or major yet, so I think I'm pretty happy with what I've chosen. Water worker with the supply boat is a small combo, but not great. We're gonna get reed blocked early, so that's probably. This is probably reedstone food. Oh no, it's 4 clay. We get reedstone food. That's fine. I take that trade. I mean, actually, I mean 4 clay for the hearth was nice, but reedstone food here is quite nice. This is fine. This is fine. Red's gonna take wood, not even locking up the fishing, which is slightly risky, but not a big deal. At least the weaker players are taking the right actions here. Schnapps, Distiller, Lutenist. Not a great combo. Don't even have enough food at the moment to buy the vegetable. But purple's gonna start player. Okay, I'm okay with that. I just take 2 wood here. Rammed clay. I don't like playing rammed clay that early, but I'm not in charge. Yeah, just 2 wood. This is fine. Just gather room parts. Hello, Econ Sean. Welcome. Sheep do flip here. No major yet. So I still could play Domestician Expert and stuff to threaten the sheep. I'd like Reedstone Food here. Wow, yeah, purple's actually going to lead Ock instead of Reedstone Food. Well, that's a big break from Team Us. I don't know why purple's not gathering room parts, but sure. 4th seat the first 2 rounds, team, and we're still just going to get handed the first room parts. Sign me up. That's fine. Everybody else can dick around. I don't care. You need to thank Lumen for playing a spicy game. That's good, yeah. That is good. I'm not sure where our game's gonna go yet. We're playing with weak players, so really plan A is to just grow. Plan B is to grow some more, and then plan C is to hearth and collector and butter churn and stuff. And then plan D is cultivator. Field Watchman for purple. Wow, so the Ock pressure early. Although they took 4 clay rather than play Field Watchman last round. I think that's a mistake. I would not start player into Field Watchman. I guess you have clay oven parts already is the theory, but whatever. We're just gonna keep rolling with just good things. Just gonna keep rolling with good stuff. I'm just gonna build a room. I'm probably taking 3 wood on the wheel, and then next round is probably play Domestician Expert, build a room, and essentially claim the sheep pile, which is quite strong. And then I can take 3 sheep in round 5, play butter churn. Oh, I don't get 3 wood. Well, that's a slight bummer, but I get Ock, so I guess this is where I just play Domestician now. Why would you Ock Field Watchman if you're not going to use him? I don't understand, team. I don't actually understand this game plan. Either you're working for a room or you're working for Field Watchman. I don't understand. Whatever. I don't have to understand. I think Domestician Expert over Stable Master. Oh yeah, I don't have extra wood. It definitely can't be Stable Master. I don't have the extra wood yet. That's fine. We'll just do this. Red has to start player again because of course they do. Because of a Brook. Lovely. Okay, whatever. I don't really need to be start player or second, I guess. It's fine. I'll just be last. Teal can take 2 wood here. That would be a bit annoying, although Teal can't feed. How is Teal feeding? Teal has to hope somebody travels for them and has enough food. Whatever. Teal's taking a grain. That's fine. That's, yeah. Whatever. Whatever. I'm just going to build a room. Going to build a room. Assuming I have to. I mean, maybe I don't have to, but I assume I'm going to have to. Yes. Red's taking Reed. I am building a room. I am not letting Red build the room in front of me. Not going to happen. I will build. I will build. After building, taking 4 clay is quite welcome. If I didn't get RSF that turn, you would have considered Collector to collect. You've been going very crazy with Collector. Hey, that's fair. I mean, look, there's a lot of advantages to doing crazy Collector stuff. I'm not going to disagree, but I obviously am not sad about this. This looks like super early fencing or something. Like, I don't understand. You just got offered Reedstone Food, bro. I don't actually think Purple's playing a particularly cohesive game yet. Like, they're just taking actions. Wow, are they actually building the hearth and they're gonna take the sheep? Like, this is all so weak. Take Reedstone Food, bro. Take your room parts. Or, I don't know, plant some stuff in the ground? I don't understand these actions. These things are not leading you to where you need to be. Or maybe they would, but you have to play into them then. You can't do everything at once. I think you should change his name to Collector Sean. Nice. Guess it's hard to argue with that. All right, he is just taking 4 clay, which I don't understand, but whatever. He does have rammed clay. I would love 4 clay on the wheel because apparently we're going to have a clay tight game. But also, I got a room. I will not apologize about having a room. How can you be Collector Sean when you're Stone Carver Sean? This is a very important question. Okay, what am I hoping to do on the wheel here? 4 clay is good on the wheel. Wow, Red's gonna re-up start player because of course they are. Okay, Red, cool story, bro. Cool story. 3 start players in the first 4 rounds. That's fine. I mean, hopefully it means you're not gonna do it a ton later in the game. But Teal has to take their own traveling players. Good old lootness things, I guess. Yeah, I take 4 clay here. Wow, now we're taking Grain Plow? I don't understand. I do not understand Purple's game. I think it's really bad. Why are you not taking Reedstone Food here? I guess because you need to finally take a grain action so you can build the clay oven? I don't know. Nope, gonna take even more clay. Wow. Okay, sure. Is this some sort of clay supports? I don't know. I could take Reedstone Food again, but I probably just take 3 wood. Probably just take 3 wood. 3 wood lets me play Butter Churn and Moldboard Plow. So it unlocks some minor improvements, and I am going to start player for the first growth. Against weaker players, I think it's important to fight for the first growth. I'm still just going to take the sheep pile, even though I can't build the hearth yet. So my next round is probably start player plus sheep. You have 2 stone carver games going on. Super OP. It's fine. It's not OP, but whatever. Growth does not flip. That's a bit of a bummer, but it's okay. I do want a 4 clay action pretty intently in round 6. I will grant purples at least put a ton of clay pressure into the game, but I don't think clay pressure is how you win games, so whatever. I still don't understand what purple's up to. They played a field watchman, haven't used a field watchman. They took Reedstone Food in round 1, never have created room parts since. Just doesn't seem wise. Teal's gonna Ock again. That's fine by me. No, they're not. Teal's gonna start player for me. Well, we approve of that. Lock up my growth for me, Teal. Thank you. This is the sort of gifts we want. No, Teal, stop on doing. Start player for me. Please, please gift me. No, boo. Start player for me. Ooh. Although, honestly, can Red even squat start player here? Like, Red's already played so many of their miners. Do they really have miners to be fighting for growth and still feed? Do I even have to start here? I mean, I will just start because I'm always taking the sheep on the wheel. So, I don't know if it really matters, I guess. I should just start. I shouldn't risk it. But I kind of want to risk it. But admittedly, this board is trash. And unless somebody just sweeps the sheep on me for unclear reasons, I should get them. And I guess if somebody sweeps the sheep, whatever, they're doing weird things. But having butter churn plus sheep would be very nice here. Would certainly set the food up very well. And just go in first will be good. So yeah, I don't know. Things look good. I'm really I'm kind of surprised this was grain plow first action. I assume this has to be clay oven now. But I gotta stress just how poorly I think Purple's handling this hand. I mean, I'm sure it'll work out well enough. And it's not like they've actually taken that many bad actions. It's just they're not accelerating well. But Which is, by the way, still an element of I don't know how to value Field Watchman. Like I watched Lumen recently have several Field Watchman games, and I'm like, oh, he wins. Field Watchman's still good. I watch other players play Field Watchman, and I'm like, oh, Field Watchman's trash. But maybe it's still good in this format if you actually just freaking use it right. And for the record, using it right would be Purple having actually had 3 grain fields in stage 1 instead of having 13 clay here. But writing desk for Teal looks very aggressive. I don't understand how Teal thinks they're playing occupations with their lack of food. I think this table looks incredibly food hungry, except for, I mean, Purple's gonna have a clay oven probably, but like the food in this game looks awful, for the most part thus far. I guess the chicken coop for red is probably okay, but Teal's food's bad. Wow, it is a sheep sweep. It's going to be a sheep sweep. That's crazy to me. Well, shit, team. That's just so annoying. Well, he's undoing it. Sheep sweeping here just feels like, I don't know. It feels crazy to me, but if it's what he decides he wants to do, he's allowed to. But yikes. He really is. God damn it. It can't be. It can't be right, but we're all going to be miserable. I mean, to be fair, this is a 2-player game. It really is Purple versus me, and the sheep is huge here. So I'm supposed to take it, but God, like, it is really annoying because the fact that he even, like, possibly it could be the right move just because everybody else is doing crap is pretty obnoxious, but whatever. Whatever. That's where we're at. Cultivator is at least an out. We can grow with a moldboard plow and then just actually plow here. Yeah, we do at least flip growth, so this is some justice. I get to play moldboard plow and then I can plow, start plowing, and get food that way. And whatever, Purple threw away an action, so be it. Purple could try to make the game food hungry, but I think Purple's still in like a pretty awful position also. So, yeah, I think I have to plow here though. Wow, Red's not protecting their growth. Teal can start grow, although Teal can't feed either. Whatever, I don't know what's happening this game. Everything's people are doing very bad things, I think, and I was doing quite well, except for that sheep sweep definitely hurts. So like, I'll give that, but it's the first time you saw a 3 sheep sweep. I mean, I have to again, I cannot stress enough how poorly I think Purple's played this game. Like, I think Purple's in a pretty trash fire position. Except Red just messed up by not being able to squat for growth. Although Red probably can't play minors because Red started so much. I mean, whatever. We're watching a bunch of players that are not very good, and for all my for all my yelling at Purple, like Purple's at least generally taking good actions outside of sheep sweeping. So like their game's probably still gonna be fine, but yikes. Sheep sweep always feels like you're going for 3rd place. Sheep sweeping is often wrong. It occasionally is right. I'm not gonna lie. Like there are times where sheep sweeping's right. So like I'm not actually sure sheep sweeping was that bad for Purple because I think kind of on a runaway win. And Purple is just better than Red and Teal. So like maybe it's right to try to slow me down. Purple can argue that they have the best food at the table because Field Watchman plus Clay Oven's gonna be a lot of food. But yeah, exactly, Sean. Like, it's so hard to know if it's actually going to work out. I suspect it's not going to work out. I have enough of a food out. I'm growing first. The board's going to be rich. Like, I don't. Teal or Purple finally gets their Reedstone food in order. But anyhow, I'm just double plowing here, getting that out of the way. Field fences means that I'm plowing I'm plowing these 5 spaces. I'm probably building one more room, and then I'm fencing over here. Or am I fencing tight, as Sid said? Maybe I am fencing tight this game, but then I need stables. Nah, I don't want stables necessarily. Yeah, I'm gonna plow these spaces. I'm always plowing these 2 at least. I think I'm just gonna run into. I think I'm just aiming to do quick farming this game. I think quick farming. Maybe a stage 3 collector is still in the order. I'm not sure yet. It's possible that stage 3 collector still works out. Red stable blocks Teal. So I don't agree that stable blocking is also just always feels like losing, but fine by me. Teal has no food again, by the way. Still no food for Teal. Also, clay pressure is still insane, though I can't get a goddamn hearth yet. But I'll have to just try to prioritize getting 4 clay in round 8 now. Which I can do. I can do. I'm growing first. I'm gonna have good stuff. I do need 3 food next round. It's possible I just open next round with fishing, I guess. Wow, purple's taking more. Purple's hoping for 6 wood here and probably gets it. So that'll be a bit annoying. Teal should build. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's a good call, Sean, actually. The stable block probably is correct. They should have protected growth, but they probably were correct to do that. Yeah, that's fair. That stable block actually probably is correct. Purple does not get 6 wood. Teal can't feed though, so purple gets build. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but okay. What do I do here? Probably just take 4 food. Honestly, 4 food's quite good here. As much as I don't want to. I mean, I can plow again and then hope to get reedstone food, but just taking 4 food's probably okay. Yeah, I think I just take 4 food here. Four food, 4 wood plow, 4 food, 3 stone, 4 wood. Something like that. Wow, renovate clay oven for purple, and then they're still gonna get build on the wheel because that's one way to use all the clay. Alright. I think I stick with this theory of just take the food. Red also needs a food action, so like they're gonna take this otherwise. Oh, teal can feed this way too, actually. This maybe really screws purple, which would be ideal. Because if red does take traveling players, teal can raw eat the grain and buy a vegetable for schnapps and then still could build here. And then maybe I was supposed to actually just travel. Oh yeah, no, the water worker, damn it. I was supposed to just travel. I maybe was supposed to travel, oddly enough. Traveling feeds teal. Oh yeah, the lutenist gives a food. Yeah, good call. Lutenist already gives a food. Yeah, I probably should have traveled. Traveling feeds teal here, and then teal would have been able to build in front of purple. But now teal has to take their own traveling players again because they're doing so bad. Yeah. It's a slight shame, but okay. I get to take 4 wood. Purple's undoing. Purple has to build here, right? I mean, purple could start it to build, but that's just weird. Just what? How are they not just building? I'm taking 4 wood. Red's gonna grow. And then I just take 3 stone probably, or do I just plow? The advantage to just plowing is that can I get away with like collecting very really soon? If I well, okay, I'm always taking 4 wood, right? If I take 4 wood though, how quickly can I drop field fences and collector? Probably not fast enough to actually do it in stage 3, right? The food's too tight. Or is the food exactly right? Wait a sec. The food might be exactly right. Well, the food gets really tight for stage 3. If I plow twice here, I have 3 wood from field fences plus 8 wood. I can only fence 11. Okay, that's not even enough either. So we're not actually collecting next stage. So then I do just take 3 stone and I just think about well and other stuff. Yeah. Right. You think I can field fence collector collect? I don't think I have enough wood, right? I can fence 12 if I fence 5 spaces. Oh, if I plow here. Is fence 12 even good though if I do that? I don't think that even is good. Oh, I can breed everything if I do that. I actually could breed everything if I do that. It's a very awkward arrangement, but I can do it. The bigger question is how am I actually going to feed? My food's going to be ridiculously tight in that line. Because there's no bottom feeding that's going to save me. I can do that. It's not. It's kind of ugly though, right? Is that actually going to be strong enough over just taking stuff off the board? I mean, I've accepted that collector can be very strong, but I'm not convinced I'm supposed to collect next stage yet. Maybe I'm supposed to, but I think the answer is I'm not going to. I think I'm going to take value off the board still. And maybe it's wrong too, but I'm going to settle for that. I'm going to not go for collector yet. I think it's going to be cleaner to just fully fence. Maybe collect in stage 4 is the right type of setup. We're going to just set things up and do it then. It's good, but I'm not actually convinced it's better than doing it in stage 4. Like if I just set up to fully fence. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Like to be fair, I agree. I think your arguments is incredibly defensible too. Like I'm not sure what's actually right, but oh well. Um, Purple's gonna have to grow first action. I am gonna take 4 clay first action. I'd love to take 4 wood here, but wow, I'd really love to take 4 wood after we're building all these stables. Oh god, do I have to take the sheep first? God, I might have to take the sheep first. Do I need the sheep? I kind of need the 3 sheep, don't I? If I'm not gonna collect here. The food gets really awkward without them. Yeah, I gotta take the dumb sheep and hope for clay wheels, but actually there's too many goddamn stables on the board. I gotta take the sheep away. Too many stables from weak players. Everybody stop building. Well, most of you guys in the chat know not to build stables, so I don't have to yell at you. God, I'm not going to get any clay, though. Not going to get any clay, though. God dang it. God dang it, team. I should have taken clay, I guess. I mean, purple's going to take clay on the wheel. They're just going to. They're going to hammer the clay. Gonna hammer the clay. Purple will clay pressure me here for sure. God, the clay pressure this game. Wow, nope, they're actually gonna take wood. Okay, well that's a big break. I have no idea why they take 4 wood. You have a rammed clay. Why would you take 4 wood? I literally have no clue why that just happened, but that's a huge break for me. Um Zero understanding why they didn't clay pressure me there. Zero clue. I'm very tempted to just build hearth here. I need the hearth long term and I have exactly 4 clay. And I don't really want to build a 5 clay hearth, and I guess I could live with a fireplace though. Like I also could just build the well here, which is tempting. I'm gonna leave a big wood pile, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I can survive with that. I'm just gonna snag the hearth. I think it's too important. There's too many people that can build hearth, and I need hearth. I have no clue why purple did not. Wow, red's renovating. That's why they took clay. Red must have the red probably has like the plow driver scholar stuff or one of them. I still have no idea why purple didn't clay pressure though. That's just a huge break. Yeah, that's fair, Sean. That's fair. Luckily red takes 3 wood, so that's welcome. Very appreciate red taking the wood and not leaving a big wood pile. Okay, I currently need 2 more food. That part's a little awkward. Oh no, 2 food is plow. I need to plow is what I need to do here. I need to plow, build the well, take some wood. Maybe, yeah. What would purple do with wood at this point other than fence? I guess stables? That's what I mean. I literally don't understand why purple took 4 wood instead of 4 clay. I think it's just a huge gift to me. Like that's all I could come up with. Like it was just very, very lucky for me. It helps me a lot. I approve of decision. Whoops, that's the wrong spot. I want to plow. I want to plow. Plowing is how we feed here. We continue to get our plowers out of the way. Let's get our plowing out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're already fed with butter churn plus a extra sheep. Um, yeah. So still need some extra food. Still need some wood, but building well, take 3 wood, build well, and then field fences gets us mostly fenced out. Well, we don't get 3 wood, so that's fine. I do need to find time to play collector, do field fences. Yeah, I need time to play collector, use field fences. Oh, and I can't play collector this round. That's a shame. Wow, wood barterer for purple. I really can't stress enough how poorly I think purple's played this hand. I wish I had this hand. Purple's got no grain in the ground. Grew towards the end. I mean, they're doing okay just because they're a better player than others, but the board sucks here. The board sucks a lot. I'm gonna build a well here. And then I honestly haven't figured out what I'm doing. And I should figure out what I'm doing. I guess I don't need to breed the sheep here, do I? Breeding the sheep is good, but if I'm gonna collect her anyhow, I guess I don't have to breed the sheep. I don't have enough wood to fence though. That's annoying. I guess I just take 2 wood here. 2 wood lets me fence 12 off field fences, and that is good enough. So I take 2 wood, and then next round is play collector field fences. SP the sheep well. Oh, that's actually pretty fun. But I think that doesn't time out well enough. I think I take 2 wood here, because 2 wood's gonna let me fence 12 off field fences. And my next round will be, wow, loom for purple. Loom's very strong, but sheep sweeping is incredibly dubious to me. Now, I don't think sheep sweeping, like, yes, you already have a sheep, but sheeping the sweep means that you're making the game very food tight and not letting sheep pile up, which means it's going to be really hard to get sheep piles later. But whatever. I'm not in charge. Also, you have a loom. Why are you passing domestician expert when you have a loom? I don't understand, bro. Whatever. I'm taking 2 wood. I said I should just stick with it. It's fine. I have just enough that I can pull this off. I can collect field fence, like play collector, field fences, actually collect. So I'm gonna do that. Going to run that. I'm gonna collect some reed. Yeah. We need to collect though? Yeah, we're gonna collect. We have time to collect. I play collector, I play field fences, I collect. Boom. 3 actions next round. Done. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna have to be aggressive on still like taking wood. It's possible I need to figure out how to build a 4th room. Yeah, I might need to figure out how to build a 4th room. I probably need to find time to build stables because after I do all this collector stuff, like I'm gonna have renovations left to do. But I'm not gonna have a lot else to do, so trying to take wood and doing stables and stuff will be good. Everybody else building stables is gonna make collecting wood obnoxious though. Like these players don't have wood to actually fence with, so all these stables are just blech, bad. But is anybody even growing this round? That's another funny question. I guess purple can take clay and then build with wood barter and grow this round. Yeah, that could be. That could be what they're up to. Cows flip here. The other animals are kind of late though, so like I'm not that sad about the fact I'm still just playing collector. It's a little annoying I'm playing collector because I have injected a lot of animals into this game, but nobody else can eat them yet. Nobody else well, these players can hold them, but meh, nobody else is eating them yet anyhow. I missed that we played a cattle whisperer. That's dubious. This does look like building a room here. Uh, I am gonna play collector. Collector's still gonna be good. I will start player field fences as my next action. I'm probably starting for like 4 wood. But maybe I'm starting for 2 cows. I might just need enough extra food that 2 cows is the best action. Um, we'll see. Actually, well, I probably only need 3 clay, so that 3 clay grab might be okay too. Like the Reno, like clay pressure in this game is annoying. The animal pressure is high though, so I approve of this. Me collecting is still totally fine. The weak players are grabbing animals and putting them into their stables they shouldn't have built. So, purple is gonna consume wood into reed, which I think is a pretty bad way to use wood barter. So I approve of that too. Hugely approve. Probably is gonna build stables also, so we can just keep the wood pressure crazy high. I mean, with wood barter, I guess there's resource injection plus rammed clay, but I start player field fences. Boom. We execute the plan. Oh, I don't have food for field fences. We can solve that. We eat the sheep. We eat the sheep. We field fences, and then we will collect. I get to build 12 fences. 12 fences is not quite the dream amount, but it works just fine. It lets us breed 3 types because of domestication. Domestication allows us to breed the sheep over here, and then we can breed boars and cows and these guys. So that'll be good. Um, yeah, that'll be good. Purple growing again is a little scary, obviously. Purple does at least still have the 4-room clay house stuff going, but having no grain in the ground for purple has got to be just an awful decision. Like, their food is awkward. Like, they're going to have to keep taking grain plow, and they got to try to play an ock to speak. It's going to be fine. It's not going to be that bad, but purple not having grain in the ground yet, I think, is pretty weak. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, my game's looking pretty good, but as always, like 3-room collector games can run into some victory point ceiling issues. Like, I'll probably score at least like mid 40s, but the question is where everybody else is going to be at. The other like question is like chimney sweep is actually kind of stronger against better players, but like, are people actually getting to stone this game? I don't know the answer to that yet. There is both a scholar and plow driver, so like, how much stone am I going to get? I don't know, but we are collecting. Boop. Collector. We are taking one of each animal, one of each crop, and probably just taking our renovation read is got to be the right move. I'd be surprised if we want to take read actions later, and I definitely do want to renovate to stone. This chimney sweep means I definitely want to renovate to stone, I think. I want to leverage that chimney sweep stuff. And again, I just need to chase ceiling. I'm not convinced I'm ever building another room. I might aggressively start player with miners in the late game. Aggressively start player in puts my strongest opponent last, and hitting growth without is just very good. So, like, aggressively starting, I think, is also actually a very valid tactic for me here. Um, and so because of that, I don't. Maybe I'm not building a fourth room. Like even plow sow is also an incredibly good action for me. So actually, it might just be next round. Might be start player. Oh, if 6 wood is there, I take 6 wood. But then if I wheel start player, I probably just start. Do I have enough food? I have a well food coming in. I'm getting 2 food from butter churn, so that's 3 food. I'll have 2 sheep I can eat. Okay, so I am actually fed. So I can take whatever actions I want next round. So, and I do have the 1 extra food also even, but I can start with a sheep well, which is pretty sweet. So if I'm able to here, yeah, I get 6 wood into start player sheep well into collect, and then I either get growth or plow sow. That seems very good to pass on. But I gotta take 6 wood. 6 wood is possibly just a wood room also. Like, if I'm just taking a read here, actually, I could just build a room. Maybe building a room is just better still. God, I don't know. It's at that point of the game where it's really awkward to know if building a room's even worth it anymore. Also, if 4 wood comes back, do I just take 4 wood? Four wood does let me just like build stables. I don't know if that's even that important though. I can already build 3 stables. Then again, 4 wood lets me fence, and other people just need wood. Purple actually has to. Purple's taking grain with their first action. Wait, did purple not grow last round? Purple didn't grow to 4 last round? What the hell happened? What happened that purple didn't grow? Did they not have time to grow? Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. They plowed. Wow, they plowed instead of growing. Okay. Well, I can't stress enough how bad that is. Um, God, just cutting 4 wood from the table feels good, but maybe it's a distraction for me. Then again, how could it be that much of a distraction? I don't have a lot of ways to score coming pretty fast. Just take 4 wood off away from the table. Everybody needs wood. I'm like never gonna see 4 wood actions again, or I shouldn't. I'm gonna need 4 clay next round pretty badly in order to renovate. I'm gonna say that I'm never building another room, I think, but I do want to build 4 stables. I'm just gonna cut 4 wood from everybody else. I'm not sure it's right because starting here is still starting is still a really good plan. I think starting is still like really good. Depending on who else starts, I'm gonna be pretty sad. But teal should be renovated by the way too. Like somebody has a plow driver or scholar still, like somebody, and it looks like it's teal, but I would like people to start what in 4 wood collected to build room with 2 stables next round. I've been debating that, but it feels like building a room is just wrong. Like I hate building a room in round 12. Maybe it's okay, but like I think it's better just to focus on renovating. That's my feeling, but maybe I'm wrong. I doubt I'm gonna build a wood room though. I really think I'll just like start for growth, but God, maybe building a room's fine. I mean, getting the extra family members good. Having the extra sheep space is like fun, but I'm not gonna have like crazy animal piles this game. I'm mostly using the collector animals to feed with, so like I don't know if that matters much. I don't know. Hopefully we just stay start player. That's the real dream. Stay and start here would be absolutely amazing. 3 clay goes. That sucks. I'm guessing that's for a fireplace on Reno, but I need the 4 clay action next round so bad now. The clay pressure this game has been nuts. Yeah, I need 4 clay pretty badly now. Wow, this is so big from purple. Can I go back to stressing how bad it was for purple not to like actually set up their game and feeding better here? This is very ugly. Um, very ugly. All right, all of the animals, the reed. God, do I take 1 clay just so I can get away with a 2 clay action? Nah, that sounds dumb. Right? God, it's not that dumb. If I don't get 4 clay next round, I'm kind of screwed. But I guess I just take 4 clay with really high priority. So I'll take a stone. If purple's growing, they can't start. Yeah, that part's nice. I trust red and teal a hell of a lot less though. But red started a lot early in the game, so maybe they're done. But yep, nope. Red's back to valuing start player highly, which is kind of my guess. So yeah, I could easily get screwed here. Purple can take 4 clay on me so easily now. So this is a rough start from red. Maybe I was supposed to start player instead of 4 wood. Ugh. Bleh. Shifting cultivation. It's a reasonable card too, so it's a bummer. It's definitely a bummer. If I don't get 4 clay, yeah, my reno tempo is gonna be absolutely awful. I might not actually get to renovate to stone, which would be pretty bad. Oh, what I would give. Where's the stupid clay carrier? Where's the conservator? Alright, red at least renovates, so maybe my reno tempo won't matter because I can double reno in the final round or something, but red did take 3 clay for a fireplace. That part was correct. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I get growth now unless I actually build and grow. So maybe I do build and grow next round. Maybe that's still worth it, but just starting is also very tempting. Purple has a flail. Flail is like a decent card to have with Field Watchman because you get extra bake actions without having to necessarily so bake, but purple still has no grain and no resources, but they do have 4 family members, so that's something, but not sure it's enough. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna start player first. Well, I'm taking 4 clay. If I can't take 4 clay, I'm starting first action, and I don't know why I'm ever getting 4 clay because I think purple snaps 4 clay. I can't imagine purple doesn't snap 4 clay. 4 clay is 4 fence pieces for them, and it really messes with me. It's absolutely the right move for them. Whether or not they'll actually take it, we'll see. But I do think I'm supposed to get. I do think the clay pressure is supposed to continue for me here. Um, which yeah, if the clay continues, I mean at least I have some stone and I can use it on sheep well. Yeah. God, I'm gonna regret not taking 1 clay with collector, which is crazy. Urgent Wish flips. Little sad that I couldn't just stay start player, but hoping to stay start player is also pretty silly. Like that's not something that often happens. So I probably will start player here. For well, again, I take 4 clay or I start. I think that's just where I'm at. I don't think there's better things for me to be doing. I mean, I guess well, or is taking 3 wood. Maybe 3 wood is correct. Maybe 3 wood and just give up on renovating. I could take 3 wood. I could take 3 wood, build 4 stables, grow sheep well. Oh wow, I do get 4 clay. Okay, well, never mind. This is easy then. I'm taking 4 clay. I'm not messing around. I'm taking 4 clay here. I'm happy to just renovate this game. I think instead. I think I'm happy just pushing for renovate, pushing for plateau, pushing for stables. That's fine. If purple wants sheep this bad or whatever, I don't care. I will snap 4 clay. I still could think about building and growing. I'm not sure I'm supposed to. Can't I build, grow, and then reno? I could build, grow, and then reno now. It's God, red's starting again. Oh my God, red. Oh, red starts too much. So many star player actions from red this game, but I guess this isn't that bad of one again. Like red's going to get plow so or something, but God, it sucks to know that I have to like, well, whatever. I guess I should build and grow then. I probably should just build and grow, build two stables, grow, and then I still seek out renovation. I have enough actions. I get to grow with a sheep well. Yeah, I may as well build and grow. Anyhow, yeah, Ghostly, it's been a while. SB tried it on 12 is legit. Yeah, it sucks that that's his first pick minor, and I didn't know he had it. So, like, ultimately, whatever. He's playing cards that at least make enough sense. So whatever. Nobody else has rooms. Nope. Okay. Let's go join this club. This is fine. I will hop in here. Yeah, and then we'll grow with a sheep well. I will need to take Reed next round. Uh, if I play Sheepwell, I'm a little off of Chimney Sweep Reno, so that part's a little awkward. But hopefully Teal's gonna renovate here, although they played a Clay Plaster. That's a bad sign. Why did they play Reed Roof Renovate or Clay Plaster? Please renovate, Teal. You're supposed to have a plow driver or a scholar. What are you doing? Yeah, the renovation queue means I might not renovate to stone, and like nobody might renovate to stone, which is actually I have found this to be an issue with. This is a slight issue with Chimney Sweep. When you play against weaker players, people like freaking don't handle the renovation timing well, and Chimney Sweep turns out to be garbage. But oh well. But yeah, this looks a little bit. This is still slight trouble. I mean, purple gets sheep here. Purple doesn't have a lot of other resources, and I guess I'm ahead of them on points and on breeding points. And I'll have the same actions as them, but I have slightly more resources and things to do with them. But it's still kind of close between purple and I, which I'm not a fan of. But purple has admittedly benefited from turn order more than I have. And I'm sure purple benefited from the draft more than I did. But I might still win this game, even though I'm not in the best seat. So we'll see. I will take two read next round though. Yeah, take two read, renovate. Start player. Start player Beanfield actually might be my best action. Start player Beanfield so I can take plow sow. Yeah, I'm very high on SP Beanfield into plow sow. Then take read. Then try to get Reno. And then possibly set up chimney sweep stuff still, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably what we do. That's probably what I'm up to. Plowsow is such a huge action for me still too, which is a really nice thing. That's a huge path to points for me. Plowsow is a 6 point action or something, so that's gonna be huge if I can hit that. I mean, if I get offered Plowsow this round, if I get Plowsow or Grow, I take it right now. I will just take Plowsow or Grow if I'm offered it. But assuming I'm not offered them, I think start player Beanfield is my best move. It makes purple last. It locks in my turn order. It locks in Plowsow for me. I think all of that's very important. So my food looks pretty good. I can eat a sheep and a cow. I'd like to end this game with 4-5-4. So I probably do need a little more food to actually do that though. So I mean I can always just eat two pigs though, that's fine. I probably actually end this game 4-3-4 animals. Um At least Grow and Plow so get taken. Purple's not getting any huge gifts. I mean, Purple's gonna like take 4 wood so that they can actually fence again. I'm not sure. Is third collect ever a consideration? I don't think so. I don't think third collect makes enough sense in my position. I guess it gives me reno parts, maybe. But I don't think collect can be. I think collector's probably wrong again. It seems maybe. I guess it's a lot of food and it's some resources. If I could take two read, I'd be very high on that plan. But without being able to take two read, I think it's less exciting. Um, but maybe the math, maybe it still comes out pretty even. I don't know. I'm gonna take Beanfield here though, so I can get plow. So, I am gonna take two read on the wheel or reedstone food. I do want to renovate. I guess I should still be winning this game. Purple's at 25, and while they have 7 actions left, they have no resources, and now they're going last. Red will get off a big fence action. I should just be winning this game. Even like I'm not feeling great about my game because I think I'm at like mid 40s. Like I'm gonna end this game like 44 or something. I think, but it does look like 44 probably is just a winning score at this table. Which is a little bit, admittedly, it's a little bit of everybody was taking weak actions and that sheep sweep early, right? That sheep sweep early was pretty wild. Purple's just going to take a 2 wood action here. Like, this is a 1 point action. Like, if Purple's taking 1 point actions, I think Purple's like way too blocky of a player or something. I don't know. At a minimum, it's 2 extra animal points plus 6 food and a read. How is it 2 extra animal points? I'm not sure I understand how collecting is 2 animal points. I don't think I have that much food. You think I can get one more sheep and one more cow point? You actually think I get that much extra food? If I get that much extra food, it probably is correct. It probably is correct if I get that much extra food. Because okay, so admittedly, it's definitely one more grain point, right? It's 100% one more grain point because I'm going to plow sow. So it's grain point. It's definitely food points. But you're right, I have to not eat the animals I was planning on eating, so I don't know if it works out. But it might, because the thing is, next round, if I can avoid eating my vegetables, I can sow 3 veggies next round and sow 3 grain. Well, I could just take reedstone food into Reno now, which means I definitely have a lot of extra stone then. But I can try for reedstone food, renovate, collect. So okay, so the grain is definitely a point. The cow is probably a point then too. I could avoid, and it's a ton of food. And I was just saying, if food does equal points, and now it also gives me some resources. Screw it. Let's claim collecting a third time is correct here. It probably is. It seems actually very hard for it not to be. Like it really almost has to be worth it. I do think I'm still only trying to end at 4 sheep, but yeah. Anyhow, I would love to renovate here, although it is looking like I'm probably not getting to stone this game. Both teal and red want to renovate, but it gives so much more food because of the bean field. Yeah, the food is actually like crazy here. It's a lot of food. Wow, teal's not actually going to renovate this round. So yeah, I just renovate. I'm not going to get to renovate to stone. So I'm not renovating to stone, but I guess I could get a stone oven, right? I could take resources to get a stone oven here. Well, wait, no, teal wants the stone oven. Yeah, that part's awkward. Whatever, I'm just renovating though. Renovate, do. None of those are good, so I just play a wood field here. My current food is a little awkward too. I'm gonna get, well, if I collect, I'm gonna get 3 food, and then yeah, I'm gonna have to eat a sheep. So I'm gonna just try to get 4 sheep. I'm not gonna try to push for 6 sheep, but I'm gonna try to get 5 boars and 6 cows. So yeah, collecting's gonna come out fine. Collecting will come out fine here. But I am gonna not get renovation next round. So couldn't I have collected first to get the resources for the oven? Oh, teal's out of actions. Everybody was out of actions, weren't they? Or no, they just took actions. I couldn't guarantee they weren't gonna renovate, right? Red could have renovated, but they wouldn't. I probably could have got the stone oven. You're right. I probably messed up there. Oh wow, Rado. Welcome crew. We're playing an Agricola game. And we're taking another beggar. Purposely here though. Whether or not it's correct, who knows? But thanks so much for the raid, everybody. Yeah. I mostly play a lot of Agricola over on this channel, and we're playing on BJ. We're in Arena. The game's almost over. You didn't know Rado streams. I didn't know Rado streams either, but makes enough sense. Why wouldn't they? Yeah. But yeah, welcome all. We're in the final round here, or almost the final round. Yeah, I'm not sure I took the right resources there, everybody. I'm not sure. I probably should have thought about that a little more, but I need to play one more. I'm not playing another. He's a board game. I know who Rado is. Sorry, I'd say I'm not actually. I'm like I don't super pay attention to tons of reviews and other things, but I do know he's definitely been around and etc. Like yeah, it's cool. So that's awesome. Glad you were all getting to watch him and have a good time. Glad you've all wandered over here. We're pretty close to done here. We'll see if this is a win. It looks like a win at this point, though. I have a huge Plauso coming in here. This is a 7-point move that's going to take me to 40. I'm breeding up to like 43. I have a couple other actions. So I'm going to hit like 47, probably somewhere there. And it's like the rest of my opponents are just in the 30s. I don't think anybody's even breaking 40. Which nobody else breaking 40 is pretty weird for a mid-growth game, but again, it loops back to like these stables are bad. These players made a lot of weak actions. Purple, again, I think Purple's game's just been way like incorrectly played. I don't think this is the right way to play these cards. Like this hand's pretty strong, and I just think he's played it pretty bad. Yeah, I think you gotta have like grain going sooner, or you gotta have room tempo sooner. But you can't. I think the big issue here is like he gave himself terrible room tempo, so he grew late, and he didn't set up fields. You gotta do what? Like either you gotta push for rooms, or you gotta push for the fields. But to be behind on all of it's pretty bad. But oh well. You need to be somewhere like 7 minutes, so you're 7 minutes away. You better bolt. That's fair. See you guys all around. I know you're mostly there to watch Rado, and some of you might hang out, but you're not here for me. All right, we are plenty fed. Oh, we can sow in the wood field. Is that even good? No, it's not. I need to keep this wood because I can just build joinery, and building joinery might turn out to be my best action here on the wheel. So yeah, we just do this. Oh, I still have extra animals. Yikes, I have actually way too much food now. Maybe I ate the wrong thing last harvest, huh? I was supposed to eat a pig? Oh, that's really awkward. I cost myself a point. Chat! I cost myself a point because I wasn't doing math last round. That's really sad. I ate a sheep and I should have ate a boar. Because yeah, if I ate the pig, I would have ended at 5 pigs and I still could have ended at 6 sheep. Ugh, that's gross. Yeah, I'm gonna end at the wrong numbers of animals and cost myself a point. I get it. Luckily here, it doesn't look like that's gonna matter, but that's definitely sloppy. It's very sloppy. I should have been able to avoid that. Red gets into the mid 30s here. Still has quite a few actions. If growth comes back, I grow. If I can't grow, I stone oven. If I can't stone oven, I build joinery. Playing chimney sweep is still a 2-point action, so I can still play chimney sweep. Yeah, I can still play chimney sweep for 2 points, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm breeding 1 point via cows. The stone oven does go. See, I take grow, but presumably purple grows. Although purple might have to sow bake. Purple's food is awful. Again. Wow, yeah, purple has to sow bake instead of grow. Well, that's awesome. We get to grow. So now the dream is we get to grow joinery and chimney sweep, and that still will take us up to like a 48 or something. But grow is excellent, obviously. Get a 3-point action. Lucky for us, yeah, that purple never sorted out their food earlier. I mean, purple at least hits max grain points this way, so like it's a good action points wise for them. But this turns out to just be a pretty clean win because I am a good enough player to pretty much always break 40 at least, and the rest of this table just is going to be mid 30s, and like that's just not going to win a game against experts. So I'm not expecting to get a ton of arena points for this, but that's okay. Um, we will we'll get a nice win. We'll see. We'll move up a little bit. I'm currently fifth in arena. I suspect I'm still going to be fifth in arena. I think fourth place is too far ahead of me at the moment, but move up a little. Have a nice chill Agricola game kind of to start the week. Nothing wrong with that. We do get the joinery as an option here. I think taking a 2-point joinery is my best move, so we're gonna just do that. And then, yeah, I can actually play Chimney Sweep and I breed a point. So actually, I'm still going to hit 49, even with 3 beggars. So, once again, the power of Collector, everybody. Collector too good. Collector too good. A lot of other things were good too, but really, Collector's too good. That's our lesson. Collector is dumb good. Pretty looking farm if you ignore the 3 times beggars. Yeah, exactly. You just ignore the beggars and everything else. You're like, yeah, that looks great. But nah, I mean, well, and also it's the classic well plus joinery, GG, right? Like, I mean, again, that meme's back from the CS days, but there is a little something to the fact that if you have the well and the joinery, you're probably winning. It means that you got like way too much wood and way too much stone. If you're actually building the well and the joinery productively, as if those are your best moves, often means often means that you had everything else complete also, or a lot of the rest of your stuff complete, but not always. But anyhow, sheep well is also obviously good here. I mean, we do have. I mean, part of why we're able to stomach the beggars here is because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of cards. So having 12 points really helps negate this -9. Actually, we're about to have 14 points of cards because I will play Chimney Sweep. So all of that helps a lot. Getting to max family is obviously always good too. So like you can't always get to max family on collector games, which can get a little rough. But yeah, things are good here. Things are good here. It's looking like purple might actually lose to red. So whoever called way back that sheep sweeping often feels like you're playing for third, you're not. It looks like you might be right. it, it looks like you might be right. It looks like sheep sweeping maybe doesn't pay. Maybe it still does. I mean, so this is a 2-point action for purple still, right? 2 points plus a point. Red is gonna not get the sheep. Oh, but then red gets cows. 2 cows is 2 points for red. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be tight. Wow, how is purple not taking the sheep? I don't understand. Oh, they don't have room. Oh, capacity issues. Capacity issues dooms purple. The sheep are not actually points. I lied to everybody. Capacity. What a problem. I played chimney sweep for 2 points. Boop. 2-point chimney sweep. I should have had a 50 here if I just had my animals in the correct numbers. So definitely kicking myself about that a little. Definitely sad to have messed up the animal numbers here. Should have had a clean 50, but that's okay. Red getting the sheep here. I think this means red just beats purple. So yeah, I think this is just a rough game for purple. So I know I hammered purple a lot this game for their decisions, but I think this is a lot of like I don't think purple actually had bad breaks this game. I think purple just played very questionably. Like I think if you hand me purple's hand in purple's position, I do very well. Also, I'm not going to claim I necessarily win, but I might. Like I think purple easily threw away a lot of points this game by not just setting up like The biggest issue I have with Purple's game is like they played Field Watchman poorly early because they didn't have grain fields going early, and they also like played Wood Barter slash Build a Room poorly. So if your stage one and your stage two is essentially not accomplishing building a room and or setting up strong farming, that's just a really bad problem. Would I stage sow one with that hand? Maybe. I'm never opposed to stage one sowing with Field Watchman if it works out. And I'd be very tempted to just stage one sow. It makes your feeding so easy. It's a great thing to do in stage one if you can't get room parts easily. Now, I'd also just take room parts though. What I would not do is I would not start player rammed clay into Freok Field Watchman and not use the Field Watchman. I would make sure that the player after me doesn't get the easy Reedstone foods they need in order to build the first room and grow first, especially when they're my otherwise strongest opponent. Like you can't you can't just let the player after you grow first and easily because it tends to mean you're going to grow last, especially if they're your strongest opponent. Now, if you're going to do that, again, you have to be saying that I'm setting up strong enough farming and food, I'm going to be okay for it. But they didn't do that either. And so like that's a big problem. You can't play the opening like that. You got to invest your actions better, right? Like this is still a game just like pretty much all like economic engine building type whatever. Like you just got to invest your actions wisely. So, anyhow, this is a nice win for us. Good old collector win. I'm going to run off pretty much after this. I'm not sure there's a lot of this draft to watch. Anyhow, it looks like Teal drafted like, pretty poorly. Red's draft doesn't look great. I have no idea where the Scholar and Plow Driver died either, so like whatever. But the funny thing is when you sheep sweep for third, the person who took the sheep from should be taking fourth, not first. Well, that part's true, Watership Down. That part is also very true. The sheep did get swept from me, and I still just got first. And purple just took third, so yeah, purple sheep sweep also is just like really bad. Purple did not benefit enough from that sheep sweep. I gained 7 arena points. I don't feel bad. 7's a decent amount for a pretty free win. This win was pretty free, honestly. So don't feel bad about it. Yeah, that was a good game. Thanks all for who came in. Oops. Yeah, it is an oops. I mean that sheep sweep was just bad. Like just not a good sheep sweep, not a good plan, but good times. Good times. Yeah, I guess peeking at the scorecard quick, we got a good old 4-2, 4-4, 2-3-4. This is like a sneaky way that you make up a lot of collector. Like even when you play collector, like it's hard to get some of these higher animal numbers or max out your crops, but when you play collector, like you partly wipe out the beggars through doing some of this stuff, often through getting a couple stables you might otherwise not get. Maybe you have time to build an extra major improvement you otherwise wouldn't or something. Like collector is a very tricky card to play well, but it often just works out. Even with -9, you still can just put up a good solid score. So I've learned collector's a good card. Don't pass it around too freely. Thanks Rado so much for the raid. Thanks a bunch of you for hanging around and chatting. Thanks a couple for follows. I noticed that I'm not a great streamer. Look at that, but Rare and Rose and Head of Metal. Thanks so much for the follows. Hope to see you guys around in the future. I don't really have a schedule. I just play Agricola on whims. Tends to be around this time, kind of after my work hours. Play an arena game here and there. But everybody else, yeah, I don't really know when I'll be streaming next, but I'm gonna head off for now. Thanks all for hanging out and chatting. It was a fun one. We got a nice win. Yeah, see you all around later.